Hey, how's everybody doing? Thanks for joining me for Lux Locks number 5. And today we're going to be talking about some warded locks. Now, warded locks, if you're not too familiar with, these are a really old style of lock. And until Mr. Yale himself came up with the modern pin tumbler type of lock design, warded locks were what were more commonly used throughout the world. The warded lock is kind of interesting. If you've ever seen a skeleton key before, the whole idea behind a skeleton key is that it can open any lock. Well, that's kind of what these are for warded locks. The warding actually creates restrictions that go down the shaft of the key. So that's how the warded key becomes unique to open a warded lock. Now, I don't actually have a warded key here, unfortunately, but you can kind of imagine if this is the part that will open any royal lock, then every different royal lock will have different warding along the side that would prevent that key from turning. So the skeleton key is essentially just like this. It activates the lever in the portion of the lock that can be opened, or that moves, the part that actually moves. The other parts would be stationary to prevent the key from turning. So I'll show you how it works with this pick here. These are Sparrow's warded picks. So this lock, basically, somewhere in about here is where it's going to open from. So if I get it in, there you go. So there's where it cuts off. So we can kind of see where that mechanism is. Yeah, somewhere about the middle of the lock when it gets in there. And it's very, very simple. It's a very simple mechanism. But you could imagine if you didn't have the right tool, you wouldn't be able to open it. I've tried making these things before with paper clips or something, and I didn't really have much luck with that. When I first started trying to pick locks, what I did was there was a warded lock sitting in the house that I found, and I had no idea what a warded lock was. I'd never even heard of one. So I started trying it, like I said, with paper clips, trying to figure out a way to open it up. Looked it up online, figured out what kind of lock it was. It was a master lock warded lock. Unfortunately, I don't know where it is anymore, but yeah, it was a master lock warded lock, and it didn't want to open with the paper clips. I'm sure you can do it. I just, I had a hard time trying to put it together. But what I did was I basically made something that looked kind of like that, but I just couldn't quite get it open. Now, when I got these Sparrow's warded lock picks, that changed the game for sure. I think you should definitely have some of these in your kit because it's just a different type of tool. If you don't have the right tool, it's going to be hard to do the job. So that comes to this guy here. This is a warded lever lock. Now, I have not been able to find this exact lock online. I've seen a lot of locks that have the same body with a different shackle, with a round shackle. This is a flat shackle, so it's a bit different. I've seen locks that have the flat shackle and the same body pretty much, but they weren't warded locks. They were a pin tumbler lock. So I don't know if it's a rare lock or anything like that, but I just haven't been able to find this exact lock online. If I try to use the same tool on this lock, well, first of all, it's not going to go in there very well. And I don't want to get it stuck. So this isn't the right tool. It needs a smaller one. Luckily, that Sparrow's kit comes with some smaller ones as well. Now, first I tried using this pick in the same way that I used the last one. And you can feel in there some warding that's restricting it from moving. So you definitely know very fast where not to go with the warded lock. Typically, the place you do go is pretty far into the back. The Royal was a little different because it was in the middle. But a lot of these, you go pretty far to the back. Let's see if I can figure it out. So I feel something in here that's kind of springy. And you can hear a little click there. Well, anyways, What I come to find out after hours and hours of messing with this lock is that you can't open it with any one of these. Even this guy here that has 2 sets, which is a lot closer to what you need to actually open this, but the spacing isn't right. It won't do it. So there's a little bit of spring in there. See, that's where the lever is. I'm guessing that's the lever. And then the mechanism, I believe, is a little bit farther in. Yeah, you can hear that little click. So in order to open that lock, this lock, you have to turn both of those things at the same time. That's why this is called a warded lever lock, okay? So it's a warded lock, but it also has a lever to prevent it from opening easily. So as far as security goes, it's a whole lot more secure than this lock. Once again, though, it's not really that difficult if you know what to do. But the spacing is a little tricky to find. I'm guessing it's somewhere around here. I've only opened this lock a few times, but let's see if maybe I can get lucky. So I like to have the flag, I call it, going that way towards the part of the shackle that opens up. I believe that was the way it worked when I got it. And then just try different kinds of spacings and try to keep these things as close together as I can, or keep them from slipping, I should say. Wow, I've never got it open that easy before. That's kind of awesome. So you see, when you get to where the right place is, no problem at all. But you're just not going to get that thing open without the right tool. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in again. We are over the hump officially. This is the 8th lock, which leaves only 7 to go in this first season, let's say, of Lux Locks. So, yeah, really looking forward to next time getting into the Magnum lock. The thing is a bit difficult. Got that nasty bitting. But I think we're going to be triumphant. I've been having some good luck here. I appreciate you guys checking this out. So, without any further ado, I want to wish you all a nice, safe, happy weekend. And if you like the video, please hit like and subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. Cool, guys. Well, looking forward to the Magnum next time, the Master Lock 77 and the Sparrows Progressive Kit. And we'll see what we got for Season 2 of Lux Locks. I'm starting to compile some new locks that are going to be a lot more challenging. I mean, there's only one way to go from here, and it's going to be harder locks than these, which is kind of scary because when we get into the 3 and the 2, these are going to be a little tricky. I'll show you the pinning and everything, and we'll talk about how I kind of did some different things with the springs also to make it more challenging. So anyways, guys, everyone have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe out there. Love each other, and peace.